Dating can be a daunting experience. The excitement of meeting someone new is often overshadowed by the fear of rejection and the pressure to make a good impression. This anxiety can be overwhelming, making the whole process feel like a high-stakes game. It's even harder in the modern world. With the rise of dating apps, the sheer number of options can be paralyzing. The endless swiping and messaging can make it feel like finding a genuine connection is nearly impossible. We are bombarded with unrealistic expectations. Social media amplifies this by showcasing only the highlights of people's lives. We see perfect dates, flawless appearances, and seemingly effortless relationships, which can make us feel inadequate in comparison. Social media paints a picture of effortless perfection. The curated images and stories create a false narrative that everyone else has it all figured out, adding to the pressure we feel to present ourselves in the best possible light. This creates pressure to find the perfect partner. The constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, making it difficult to appreciate the real imperfect connections we have. However, beneath this curated surface lies a harsh reality. Many people struggle with feelings of loneliness and rejection, often exacerbated by the very tools meant to help us connect. Many people find themselves trapped in unhealthy dating patterns. These patterns can lead to toxic behaviors such as jealousy, manipulation, and emotional abuse, which leave deep emotional scars. Toxic behaviors run rampant, leaving emotional scars in their wake. The cycle of hurt and mistrust can be difficult to break, perpetuating a sense of hopelessness in our search for love. This is where Stoicism offers a beacon of hope. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot, Stoicism provides a framework for navigating the emotional turbulence of modern dating. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy. It teaches us to cultivate inner peace and resilience regardless of external circumstances. It equips individuals with tools for navigating the complexities of relationships. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, we can better understand our own emotions and reactions. It's about understanding what we can and cannot control. This perspective helps us to let go of unrealistic expectations and focus on building genuine connections. Stoicism encourages self-improvement and emotional resilience. By embracing its principles, we can develop a stronger sense of self-worth and emotional stability. By embracing Stoic principles, we can break free from toxic cycles. We learn to communicate more effectively, set healthy boundaries, and approach relationships with a balanced mindset. We can cultivate healthier and more fulfilling connections. By focusing on what truly matters, we can build relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine affection. Toxic behaviors manifest in various forms, often creeping into relationships subtly and insidiously. They often go unnoticed, disguised as expressions of love or concern, making it difficult to identify them early on. One common red flag is manipulation, where one partner exerts control over the other through subtle or overt tactics. This involves guilt tripping, emotional blackmail, or playing the victim to control a partner's actions, leaving the other person feeling trapped and powerless. Jealousy, another toxic trait, stems from deep-seated insecurity and possessiveness, often leading to constant surveillance and accusations. It breeds suspicion and stifles trust, creating a hostile environment where partners feel constantly on edge. A lack of boundaries further fuels toxicity, as one partner may consistently overstep and disrespect the other's personal space and autonomy. This looks like disrespecting personal space, time, and values, leading to a sense of suffocation and loss of individuality. Constant need for validation and attention is also detrimental, as it places undue pressure on one partner to constantly reassure the other. It creates an imbalance in the relationship, where one partner's needs and desires overshadow the other's, leading to resentment. These behaviors are detrimental to both parties involved, causing emotional strain and mutual unhappiness. They create a breeding ground for resentment, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion, which can erode the foundation of the relationship over time. Recognizing these toxic traits is the first step toward dismantling their hold on our lives, paving the way for healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Toxic relationships often follow a predictable pattern. They start with an intoxicating honeymoon phase. This masks underlying issues. As the relationship progresses, red flags emerge. These are often ignored or rationalized. The individuals involved become increasingly entangled in a web of manipulation, control, and emotional turmoil. This cycle can repeat itself across multiple relationships. This happens if the underlying issues are not addressed. Individuals may find themselves attracted to the same toxic traits. They may unknowingly recreate familiar patterns. Breaking free from this cycle requires a shift in perspective. It demands a commitment to personal growth. Stoicism, a philosophy originating in ancient Greece, offers a powerful framework for building emotional resilience and navigating the challenges of relationships. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, while accepting what we cannot. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. It's about acknowledging them without letting them dictate our behavior. Stoicism encourages us to approach situations with reason and virtue. This means responding to challenges with calmness, courage, and integrity. In the context of relationships, Stoicism provides tools for managing expectations, setting healthy boundaries, and communicating effectively. Section 5. Self-awareness. The Stoic key to understanding toxicity. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is self-awareness. This involves understanding our thoughts, emotions, and behavioral patterns. In the realm of relationships, self-awareness helps us identify our own triggers, insecurities, and tendencies that may contribute to toxic dynamics. By recognizing our own vulnerabilities, we can better understand how they influence our interactions with others. Self-awareness also empowers us to recognize red flags in potential partners. By understanding our own values and boundaries, we can identify incompatibilities early on. This prevents us from getting entangled in relationships that compromise our well-being. Section 6. Mastering emotions, Stoicism's answer to jealousy and control. Stoicism doesn't advocate for emotional suppression. Instead, it emphasizes emotional regulation. This means acknowledging our feelings without letting them control us. Jealousy, a common toxic emotion, can wreak havoc in relationships. Stoicism teaches us to examine the root of this jealousy. Often it stems from insecurity or fear of loss. By recognizing that we cannot control the actions of others, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our own reactions. Instead of succumbing to possessiveness, we can choose to communicate our feelings openly and honestly with our partners. This fosters trust and understanding. Section 7. Setting boundaries. A Stoic approach to respect and space. Respect is paramount in any healthy relationship. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries. These boundaries are not walls to keep people out. Rather, they are guidelines that define how we wish to be treated. This includes respecting our time, space, values, and emotional needs. Stoicism teaches us to communicate these boundaries assertively, yet respectfully. It encourages us to stand firm in our convictions without resorting to aggression or manipulation. When we establish clear boundaries, we create a space of mutual respect and understanding. This allows the relationship to flourish. Section 8. Cultivating healthy connections through Stoic principles. Stoicism is not just about avoiding negative behaviors. It's also about cultivating positive ones. By embodying Stoic virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, we can create a more fulfilling and harmonious relationship dynamic. Wisdom encourages us to approach conflicts with understanding and empathy. Justice guides us to treat our partners with fairness and integrity. Courage empowers us to communicate openly and honestly, even when it's difficult. Temperance encourages us to approach our relationships with balance and moderation, avoiding extremes that can lead to toxicity. Section 9. Embracing Stoicism for lasting relationship transformation. Stoicism offers a path to lasting relationship transformation. By focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot, we create a foundation for healthier interactions. It empowers us to break free from toxic patterns and cultivate healthier, more fulfilling connections. This ancient philosophy teaches us to respond rather than react, fostering a more thoughtful and intentional approach to our relationships. The journey begins with self-awareness and a commitment to personal growth. By regularly reflecting on our actions and thoughts, we can identify areas for improvement and work towards becoming better partners and friends. By understanding our own triggers and tendencies, we can make conscious choices that align with our values. This self-knowledge is crucial for developing empathy and patience in our interactions with others. Stoicism reminds us that we are in control of our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. This realization can be incredibly liberating, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with a calm and steady mind. By embracing Stoic principles, we can navigate the complexities of relationships with resilience, compassion, and wisdom. This approach helps us to remain grounded and present even in difficult times. The path to healthy relationships is paved with self-improvement, emotional regulation, and a commitment to treating ourselves and others with respect. These practices not only enhance our personal well-being, but also strengthen our bonds with those around us. By embracing Stoicism, we embark on a transformative journey that leads to lasting love and connection. This journey is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding, offering us the tools to build deeper, more meaningful relationships.